It's occurred to me there must be some sort of thing that people do on the internet where they communicate really quickly, because everybody found out about this in a hurry. So I'm stepping away from full-time driving in the Cup Series, and I'm not taking any questions, so thanks for coming. Just joking, just joking.
The one thing he wants to do is lead lap 133 to be out front for the final lap. As he comes out of turn number 4, he will be the first ever international champion in NASCAR.
Suarez learned how to speak English by watching cartoons, and he's been learning how to drive these Cup cars in part by watching a lot of in-car footage and past races. His crew chief, Scott Graves, told me that he is a great student, spends a lot of time watching past races and racetracks coming up. Now he leads this one.
Door to door, side by side. 21 laps to go.
193 mile an hour. Not looking out of the windshield. Look at his eyes. Left, right, straight.
He's going to get it at the biggest stage. Stenhouse Jr. wins at Daytona.
Avocados from Mexico.
Interesting thing, the blend of ages, Steve. You've got the experience of Harvick, of Johnson, etc., Kurt Busch, the guys who are in their late 30s, early 40s, and then you've got the changing of the guard. People like Daniel Suarez and Ryan Blaney and Eric Jones in their early 20s. I mean, it's an interesting kind of juxtaposition, isn't it?
As they're coming into the carousel, if he can get to that rear bumper, maybe take some air off the rear end of that 19, get him a little bit loose and get that run out of those corners. You see him get a good run and use all the racetrack off the carousel, Jeff.
Suarez did a nice job of maintaining speed in the carousel. You saw the 78 beat him up bad getting in the inner loop. Only 2 corners left where Daniel Suarez is trying to hold Martin Truex off. Can Martin make a move on the inside? Suarez blocking, not letting him make that move.
Oh, the 78 lit it up out of turn 6. This is going to be the first stage win for Daniel Suarez in the 19, and he does hold Martin Truex off for the stage 2 victory. Well done. The guy who leads the points, the guy who needs the win, it's not going to happen. Martin Truex Jr. will win at the Glen, and he's running out of fuel, but he makes it. Oh, what a thriller. Truex does it.
Avocados from Mexico.
He's won at Sonoma, and now he's won at the Glen.
Daniel Suarez is going to try to control and block both lanes, but it's getting difficult. Larson crosses him over underneath the 19 into turn 1.
Big move by the 42 of Kyle Larson. He leads now. Small pack, but this is it. All fighting. A huge opportunity for some drivers out here. Suarez is going to go around. He got tagged from the back.
Avocados from Mexico.
Hard contact.
Hold it up there. Yellow's out. Be ready, guys.
In the first 3 rows, there's only one driver that has won this year. Daniel Suarez, Denny Hamlin, they haven't been to victory lane. Although Denny has won here 4 times. Eric Jones, the only winner in the first 3 rows.
That was penalized for not passing tech inspection. He's had to work his way forward. 4 tires for the 14.
Quite a few more diving onto pit road, including race leader Daniel Suarez, Denny Hamlin, who was running second. A year ago, he ended on a winless streak that had been 36 races. Now, as he comes out onto the front stretch, Kyle Busch is going to win at Pocono again.
Avocados from Mexico.
Out here, buddy.
But it's been a career weekend for Daniel Suarez. He leads every category, 5 lap, 10 lap, 15 lap averages, backed it up by qualifying first, currently outside the playoff. Can he take a career weekend into a dream finish? And I really think that this is Xfinity Series champion, Rick. He knows how to win, but has yet to do it at the cup level. Can tonight be his night? Drivers, it seems like good cars, it's all about good decisions. Lap traffic, you have to attack it.
No.
Oh, we see Chase Elliott with
Right
issue.
front tires flat on that 9 car.
That's going to be very costly as he comes down to the bottom of the racetrack. I don't see a yellow out.
He's wanting the yellow, and all those guys that pitted earlier, they're not wanting it. There it is.
And there's the caution.
Being his teammate Daniel Suarez at the front of pit road, he has led all 49 of the laps of the race so far. For Almirola, it's going to be right side tires only. For Suarez, it's going to be 4 tires. They are going to lose a ton of track position, and as you predicted, Steve, all over the map with pit strategies you can see on the graphic.
Once again, Kurt Busch making that outside line work.
What does Jones do here if these two get together?
Coming out of turn 4. Kurt Busch with the advantage. Kyle Busch slides. Kurt Busch will win.
Avocados from Mexico.
Unreal.
That was awesome.
Trying to get that 41 of Suarez out front. They're still door-to-door for the race lead. Boyer nosing ahead now as they come to the stripe. Little contact as they go across the checkered line there.
I was wondering how Suarez was going to race with his teammates. He's not in the playoffs. They are. He's going to race them aggressively today. Look at Ricky Stenhouse Jr.,
Ricky
that
Stenhouse.
orange and blue, number 17, climbs the banking, gets to the outside of Eric Almirola as the front two almost touch on the backstretch. Stenhouse started in 12th place.
Suarez was the race leader when we went away, but right now it's Joey Logano. He actually had to pass Eric Almirola to get the lead because Almirola was able to get by the 41 of Suarez. His tire tracks was the 22 of Logano.
Avocados from
See
Mexico.
that 10, it's just a nice job around the bottom of the racetrack, more efficient.
Just all collected together.
Yeah, that outside line, Jimmy's committed. Oh,
Loose. Yeah, William Byron had a good save right there.
that was, he was right on the quarter pound on the 41, and I think pinned the nose with so much air on that.
Joey Logano, he is driven up to 6 right behind. See him right there on the bottom. All this chaos, he has been working that bottom, making it work. Up to 6.
Now the 10 car is only inside for the lead.
Almirola once again fighting for the lead. He'll take it away from Suarez through 1 and 2.
His teammate Daniel Suarez, meanwhile, as we said, his future a little bit uncertain, and his crew chief Billy Scott told me he has handled it really well and seems to be as motivated as ever. Well, they've really worked on the drivability of this race car, so when he qualified 7th and they saw speed in it, they felt really optimistic about this race, Marty.
He will now tie Tony Stewart 14th all-time for wins. Kevin Harvick wins in Texas.
Avocados from Mexico.
Awesome job.
But you know, I got this vision in my head I can't get out with Daniel Suarez. I saw him immediately after not qualifying for the Daytona 500 this year, and the dejection on his face and how down he was. First year with this team. This team does not have the funding from teams that he's accustomed to driving for, and you can just see it in his eyes how much it hurt. Imagine how much better he feels today leading this race.
That we are yet to see all the cars that have to pit. We're hearing the 18 of Kyle Busch might be coming as well at some point.
Yeah, look at Matt DiBenedetto in that bright yellow car. Remember, he needs points. Bubba Wallace on the outside.
Big run. Contact made again. Bubba Wallace sideways. Can he save it?
William Byron, they're ready.
Now the 22 goes around.
Hold the brake, hold the brake, hold the brake.
20's going to come out now.
Avocados from
Big wreck
Mexico.
behind him. Bubba Wallace got through. Tyler Reddick hard hit. Jimmy Johnson caught up in the 48.
Yeah, big damage on Jimmy's car.
How about old Suarez right here in 2nd place?
What a story that would be. Yep, there's Ricky. Speaking of atmosphere, we got a race
baby,
for the
it's
lead.
heating up.
It's not just that car.
Oh, he
Daniel
moved him up
Suarez,
the racetrack.
that's exactly what you needed to do. It's locking down. Now you see William Byron making a move on it.
We'll point out this is the most laps Daniel Suarez has ever led in a NASCAR Cup race.
I love it. And looking at that Camping World paint scheme right there, I've been camping outside, watching these people take on this event, the anticipation, cleaning up from the inside out.
Leaders.
Here's that lead again where you see the 99 Suarez opening up that bottom lane to Joey Logano.
Gonna have to hold him down here. Very dangerous, though. Get yourself in trouble. Get that left rear knocked down. Getting a wreck, spun around, that's definitely a dangerous spot right there. Needs to get down.
And we know that 22 of Joey Logano is an aggressive driver. He does not mind leaning on you if it's going to be for a stage win or a win.
And always on point on a restart. If you want a restart master, you look no further than Joey Logano.
Close as he can get to Joey Logano. Stenhouse sends it in, but Logano is going to win the dirt race at Bristol.
How about that?
Joey Logano from Mexico.
Unreal. I gotta tell you, I mean,
seven car, they're gonna have a big run.
Oh! Corey LaJoie fakes to the inside, stays to the outside. He's getting shuffled back now. It's Blaney out front.
Suarez in the middle of this.
Harvick running second. A big shove coming from the middle. Daniel Suarez in the 99. He gets turned into the 4.
Avocados from Mexico.
The next flag will end the race.
By side. Caution out, caution out.
And there is the caution flag. Ryan Blaney wins.
What's he do with it?
Head of steam right here.
Drops down to make the pass.
It's not clear.
Back out there, back out there.
Clear!
Now clear, 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 clear. Come on.
Big run for Larson.
You ready to
In the
play
draft, drops to the bottom.
You're inside.
And at the line, Larson by a car length. 3 Chevys fighting it out for the win. Here they come for the checkered flag. Kyle Larson keeps that surfboard trophy in
Avocados from Mexico.
California.
Man, what a race, and you can't really say enough about Austin Dillon, Jones, and Suarez. I mean, I don't think anybody would have picked those guys to be second, third, and fourth today, necessarily all of them. So
Here comes a run. The one of Ross Chastain. You're going to have to block.
oh, below the white line there by Christopher Bell.
They're racing side by side. Perfect scenario for William Byron. There's going to be a massive run coming off this one car. 4.
Byron top to bottom, hugs that white line, drifts up and comes to the line. He wins it as
Avocados from
Busher
Mexico.
Haley have a hard crash into the wall.
You just said, I heard you, that Tyler Reddick. As soon as I heard you say his voice or his name, that's the first time I've heard it, and I'm telling you, he was fast, set on the pole last year here in the dry, and I think he's going to be a factor today.
Suarez takes the inside. Blaney crosses him under. Can't get it back, exiting 11.
That's that passing zone, exiting 11, or getting into 11, just like we were talking about. Yeah, like you were saying, ball and sliding out from underneath of him.
Absolutely.
Well, Daniel Suarez has the second stage win of his Cup career. Things getting pushy-shovey right here.
Oh, Suarez
around Suarez.
Avocados from Mexico.
Back up. I think his left rear tires down too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry, man.
no.
We'll get back in this.
And Briscoe had to wait on him.
Yep.
Briscoe launched first and had to check up. He's going to lean on him.
Yeah,
He's going to lean on him. Got him too high.
I think he
And man, you can see the rain coming down in the lights too.
I think
Oh,
Briscoe
Suarez got loose off of 2.
Suarez is fighting back. He's on that outside.
Briscoe's got to play fast.
Chase Briscoe, Christopher Bell, Daniel Suarez, Chase Elliott.
Oh, got a wreck. 3 and 4.
Caution's out, caution's out. Wreck in the middle of 3 and 4.
Ricky Stenhouse got the worst of it.
You can get into somebody that doesn't damage it that bad.
Oh, how did he get sideways?
Avocados from Mexico.
I think he got a little help.
Number 9 coming through.
To the inside line backing up. See a team play. Here he comes.
Oh, the 22 in the wall. Back down in front.
Avocados from Mexico.
He takes out Ty Dillon and Daytona 500 winner Austin Cindric. A lot of cars with damage.
Keselowski's navigate. Hey, another bubble guy, right? For the playoffs. He needs to battle back. Had a little bit of trouble at Kansas, and this is exactly what he's looking for. Logging them laps and getting them stage points. Getting back in that game.
Yeah, and the one thing that he's got going for him right now, he's got a little bit fresher tires. About 15-lap fresher tires than what some of those other guys that he's battling with.
Final lap, stage 2.
He's got to go.
Thought better of it. I like that. Hey, went for the move. Wasn't quite there. Let's survive to get another day. Let's get these stage points as many as we can. We still have 2 left.
Oh!
Suarez.
Briscoe got him into the back of Suarez.
Avocados from Mexico.
He gets pounded.
Dang it.
Oh, Buscher's upside down.
I think he hooked a drain.
If you can get that clean air like we saw earlier in stage 1 and 2, that leader has a big advantage. They want to get it right now.
Suarez comes out of 4 with the lead. McDowell to second. Harvick looking on. From 4th. And Buscher goes wide. And through turn 12, Daniel Suarez is a NASCAR Cup winner.
Gracias, muchas gracias por todo su apoyo. Siempre creyeron en mí desde el inicio y esta es la primera de muchas. This is the first one of many.